falinata banko monie fansoto banko dingaye kajaya julo lube kuntu kakilia londi kafi.
Assalamu alaikum Gambians. This is Hussein Alan. We're here exploring the River Gambia. Exploring it with friends. Gambians. This is ours. This is something bestowed on us by Allah, which we need to enjoy. But as serious people, we need to also explore. Explore the abundance of opportunities that this river presents to us as a people. Imagine having a very efficient transportation system that runs from Banjul all the way to Patoto. It's amazing. Rather than scrambling on very tiny roads for all matters of logistics, why shouldn't we explore the river? Why shouldn't we explore the skies? Why can't we have airports at strategic locations in the Gambia? Why shouldn't we explore having an international airport at other strategic locations that can serve not only the needs of Gambia but even surrounding countries? Why shouldn't Gambia explore partnering with the Alliance of Sahel States, 3 countries who are landlocked, are in need of countries that are exposed to the ocean? These resources that we have cannot be ignored. We need to leverage upon them. Partnering with Alliance of Sahel States exposes us to about 100 million population. That's abundance that no one can even measure. Why should we scramble for mega resources that cannot take us anywhere as a people or as a nation? We need to be serious if we are talking about development, and we need to really be forward-looking and very deliberate in our policies. If you don't try, you will not fail. But those that fail, learn. But these things that we are proposing, they are not even failing projects. These are practical, sensible projects that can be explored without hindering our status as members, recognized members of ECOWAS. You could do both. We live in a global world and we should not be restrained. How much is ECOWAS helping us grow our economy out of this limbo that we face? We need a pragmatic approach to governance, and this is what NAFA calls for. We need to work with America, the United States, in areas of common interest, but we need to also work with China in areas of common interest. This is what pragmatism calls for. We need to work with Senegal in areas of common interest, but we should not forget Nigeria. We need to work with the Gulf. We are working for the betterment of our people. We cannot be restrained by geopolitics. We need to be able to explore our opportunities wherever we find a win-win solution. We need to do better, and we can do better. But people need to be wise in choosing those who have the foresight and the will to bring these policies or these ideas into fruition. The Gambians need to choose wisely. Assalamu alaikum. It's Hussein Alan. We're here on a boat trip, just exploring the River Gambia. This is one of the main resources the Gambia has. natural resources, something that we need to exploit, make the most of as a nation that aspires to be amongst the foremost in development, become competitive globally, other than establishing a proper judicial system that ensures justice for all, equitable access to justice. We need a very good land allocation system that will make sure that land on which development should be built is planned according in a very forward-looking manner, so that even 50 years to come, there's ample land allocation for technologies or things that relate to the times. But we cannot also forget the other resources that we have, and one of them is this River Gambia. Look how beautiful this is. How can you can show them. Gambia is one of the only countries that is navigable from the farthest end to the other farthest end, and it empties at the Atlantic. These are resources that we need to leverage upon. We need to have a very, very efficient logistics and transport system that ensures that the overuse of our roads is mitigated. We can utilize the river, but in utilizing it also we need to be cognizant of the fact that we need to keep the mangroves in a safe manner. The birds, in simple, the flora and fauna needs to be also protected. So rather than exploiting it for profit, we need to make sure that nature coexists with development in a very symbiotic manner. We encourage Gambians to explore the river, because we have people who are earning their living through these river excursions, and they are counting on Gambians. I'm being told that over 80-something% of the clientele are now Gambians. This is very encouraging. But we need more. We need more. You see, this support system that Gambians need to afford each other cannot be overemphasized, because only Gambians can uplift their fellow Gambians, because we feel the pain, we feel the suffering of the everyday Gambian. And once we start supporting each other, we will succeed as a country, and we will